Alrighty, let's talk about some of the different construction that goes, or the different techs that go into the construction of the decks. That sounded weird, but anyhow, we're gonna start off with some of these old boards that I got. This first one here is an Almost Impact Light, which it's the standard 7 plies. Then it has a carbon fiber inlay that stretches from, the edge of the tail to the nose, but it's like just the size of the bolts right there. And this board, I think I skated this for just about 4 months or so. Definitely got my money's worth out of that. The tail was getting a little chipped up. It still had pop. It was, I was losing it a little bit, but wasn't like it was too bad. The nose was a little beat up. I somehow wore a hole in the grip tape. That's a side note here, but colorful mob ain't really it. You got to get that black mob, because like look at the edges. I just couldn't get over that though. That's all from my thumb. Anyway, we're gonna take a closer look at some of these in a minute, but that's that Impact Light. And like I said, I skated that one for almost 4 months. Had another one, the same exact board. Only got about a month and a half out of this one. I was doing a kickflip off a 3-foot drop, landed with my foot right above the bolts, and it snapped it. But there you can see that carbon fiber inlay. Yeah, that was disappointing though, because I skated the other one for so long. I thought this one was going to last, and it didn't. But anyways, moving on from that, I got the Almost calls it Impact Pro, or Impact Light Pro. And instead of just being the standard shape, it was more of a snowboard style shape. And this board was here actually. Let me show you that real quick, because I have one of those brand new still. And this is the shape I'm talking about. It's more of a snowboard. Like I said, we're going to take a closer look at some of these here in just a minute. But anyhow, that board was hands down the best board I've probably ever skated. The tail on this one was pretty much shot. I was losing all the pop, but I didn't have any cracks. It was, minuscule pressure crack. Well, actually, maybe I did have a little crack on the bottom there, but anyway, though, this board was phenomenal. Skated this one for just under 5 months, and I skate every day, and I'm usually doing, going off drops, nothing too big. But then we had the real Skateboards DBX construction that has the basalt, I don't know if I'm saying that right, 3 layers of it in between the plies of wood, and it's a super light, super responsive board. I would almost say that this was my favorite. This is probably my favorite feeling board, but I'd have to give it to the Almost on favorite board I've ever had. But the responsiveness out of this, I can't get over it. Unbelievable. But this one I skated for, it was just under 4 months, I think. 3.5, 4 months, something like that. Or 3 months, might have been 3 months, I don't know. But I cracked the tail. It was really beat up around the edges. Like I keep saying, we're going to take a closer look at some of this in a second. But I'll show you guys the actual basalt shit that's in the tail. But this board was a super good one too. I'm currently on a shorties deck that's just a standard 7-ply, but I just got in this Flight from Powell 838, and these ones have the top and bottom is full carbon, I think. I don't really know that much about these. I just hear a bunch of good stuff about them, and I've seen the videos of them getting run over with cars and not breaking and this and that. So judging off the feel of it, it feels pretty similar to the DBX. The weight's quite simple. I think the Flight's even lighter, to be honest. And I love the shape of it. So we'll see how that pans out. Should be a nice board though. The textured graphic is crazy. But all right, let's take a closer look at some of these boards. All right, we'll start off with the old Impact Light. Like I said, the tail on this one wasn't terrible. I had a few chips, but I didn't have any like cracking along the tail or anything. Like I said, the grip tape sucks. Any colored mob, I don't recommend it. The nose was a little beat up. Like I said, I skate drops a lot. And this one had to be right around 4 months old. So something. But then this one that broke, you can see that I think I was messing with it afterwards trying to like look at this, but it's got that carbon in there. Real nice boards. Sucks almost went out of business because these are some of the best. And then the Pro Light, or Light Pro, I mean, this one was great, but the tail was, you know, starting to separate a little bit, losing the pop in that. And then the DBX, this is what I was really wanting to show you guys right here, is the actual basalt stuff. You can see how the layers are in there. But this was a great board too, till it cracked. But let's take another look at that Almost real quick, because this is, I was wanting to show you guys how it's more of a snowboard looking shape, whereas the one that broke, it was just straight like this, like it didn't come out a little bit down here and whatnot. But hands down, one of the best boards I've ever skated right here. But definitely, I wish we could still get them. There's another company called Heart Supply or something that uses the same exact carbon fiber. So I don't know if they got the rights for that or what the deal is, but my buddy had one and the font's the same. It's not Pro Light, but it's just light. And then just another quick look at that flight deck. Pretty stoked on this. I already gripped it up. I should have waited until I did this video to put the grip on it so I could have shown how the whole top layer is carbon, but this is going to be a nice one right here. Well, that concludes the first video. I haven't made any YouTube videos like this in forever, so I don't really even know what I'm doing anymore, but I plan to do some more, maybe talking about some shoes. I got a whole bunch of S shoes in there. Maybe my old Bones pads, because those things help a lot. I just want to do some, you know, more skate content like this and whatnot. But anyways, hope to see you on the next one. Like and subscribe.